Inside Nelson Photo and Video in Point Loma, you'll find the portraits of local World War II veterans.
We still call them the greatest generation, absolutely, and they are.
For retired Navy Chief photographer Mickey Strand, taking these photos is a calling, just like the one answered by the men and women in his Veterans Portrait Series.
They're going to see 25 people who answered the call when our country needed them the most. When our country called upon them to sign a check, including a bottom line that might include their life, these are 25 heroes who signed that check and went off to war and kept our country from falling.
But Strand does so much more than just preserve the veterans' image. He makes sure their stories live on too.
They served, they did their job, they came back, and then they rebuilt the country. They didn't talk about their service. They just, hiked up their boots and they ran with it.
Like Calvin Shiner.
Calvin actually wrote me a bunch of his actual words at what being a service member meant to be in a quartermaster unit in the Army following Patton. And it's incredible that he is the most kind soul that he is, with honestly all the abuse that a black service member took back in those days.
This current collection serves as a memorial for 3 of its World War II veterans and shows the urgency of preserving their stories.
So we're losing them at 100 a day. Oh, maybe more. And their stories are going to be gone forever if we don't collect them.
Strand wants to take the portrait series on the road and eventually put all the portraits on display together. He says he'd love to have the collection in the National Archives someday.
I'd love my work to live well beyond me also, so that their stories and my story carry on.
This collection will be on display at Nelson Photo and Video through the end of November. Melissa Mae, KPBS News.